Prices, participation may vary. Gluten-free crust may be extra.
Yeah, that's right, baby. We are back, and you're listening to the Original Sports Show, and I'm your host, Leopold Jeans, the Big OG, broadcasting live here on CRN Digital Talk Radio, baby. Bighorn Productions out here in sunny Sunland, California. And the number to call in today is 1-800-336-2225. Once again, that's 1-800-336-2225. Bump that, I like that. Right around with that Nina. 36 also, right round with that Nina, I love that. Right round with that Nina. I love that dirty down south rap, that hip hop, that ghetto rap. I love it. As ghetto as you can get. That's right, baby. Got a condo on my wrist, girl. I'm cashing out. Right now with that Nina. Holy smoke up, Keisha. Yeah, baby. That's right, on the OG Sports Show. Yeah, bumping. All right, we're going to get back into this. Let's get back into the, keep that bumper. Let's just play that. We'll turn that down, and we'll play that instrumental over the OG rankings. Let's do that, because that's how we've always done the OG rankings, like I said earlier today, over a hip-hop instrumental. And let's get into this number 5 spot. Hold down the number 5 spot on the OG rankings is none other than Oklahoma, baby. The Oklahoma Sooners. That's right, the Sooners. You know, the Oklahoma Sooners will always get acknowledgement for BCS play simply because of who they are. You know, yes, they have playmakers, and they have a beast at quarterback in Landry Jones, and they back it all up with consistent play. You know, these guys averaged 43 points per game last season, and Jones is definitely one of the top, you know, he's a top 5 pick in the NFL. He's coming off of 4,463 yards passing last year and 29 touchdowns. You know, these guys dropped a big-time win to Baylor, and who was that quarterback for Baylor down there? You know, the Heisman Trophy winner, RG3. Crisscross, the Mac Data make you jump, that guy. You know, the guy with the braids like crisscross, stuck in the 90s. Yeah, that guy. But, you know, they dropped one to Baylor. That was a big-time loss for them, but a big-time win for Baylor, and pretty much the game that, you know, won the Heisman for RG3. You know, and this affected their BCS status in last season's picking system, which is what we were talking about earlier as well. We're trying to get the NCAA and the BCS away from this picking system and let these boys play. You know, rivalries matter. You know, in Oklahoma will have their hands full, and it's going to come down to the big-time game on November 24th when they play Oklahoma State, the Cowboys. You know, they're waiting in the wings for a showdown. And, you know, Oklahoma's they're going to win, and then they're going to face Oklahoma State, and they're going to have their hands full. You know, this whole college football season is a grind, and every game matters. That's why I don't get how, you know, a lot of these guys run around saying, you know, the playoff is now. And no, this is not the playoff now. This is the regular season. This is where these guys get ready for the playoff, get ready for the championship. And that's how you do it, you know. And also, holding down the number 4 spot on the OG rankings is none other than the Oregon Ducks, baby. The Oregon Ducks. Ooh, wait. Brah. How you like that? You know, don't sleep on Oregon. I'll tell you what. They have an awesome football team with an awesome coach in Chip Kelly, the Irishman, putting it down up there, and they're going to make a legitimate run for a national title. Running back DeAnthony Thomas out of Crenshaw High School, kid that I covered at Crenshaw High School, who was just one of the fastest guys I've ever seen on a gridiron. He's got great vision. He can bust for 80 at any time, specializing in long runs. This guy's a beast, and he's also a sleeper for the Heisman. Don't sleep on DeAnthony Thomas. This guy's a baller, and Oregon is full of playmakers. They always have been. They've always recruited well, and they're a force to reckon with in the Pac-12. I mean, they knocked off Stanford 53-30 last year. The highly touted Stanford, I might add you. Say to you. And, you know, they had quarterback Darren Thomas. This guy was a baller last season. The guy had 27 touchdowns, 9 rushing touchdowns. You know, they lost Darren Thomas, and they also lost the great LaMichael James, that running back who romped for 1,427 yards and 14 TDs last year. The current San Francisco 49er, LaMichael James, who scored a touchdown the other night for the 49ers in that preseason game. But you know what they do in Oregon? They reload. They don't lose or lose players. They reload. You know, quarterback Marcus Mariota is going to take the helm and shoot for the stars on that high-powered Oregon offense. They knocked off Stanford last year, which is a big-time game. And, you know, the Ducks inched back into BCS national title talk last year with their third-ranked offense in the country. These guys average 45 points per game, and playmakers are everywhere on this offense and in the secondary. And Chip Kelly will have his guys ready to ball. Don't sleep on that. Hold it down to number 3 spot on the OG rankings is none other than Alabama, the Crimson Tide. That's right, I put them at number 3. I didn't put them at number 2 or number 1. And there's a couple reasons for that. You know, Alabama lost some key weapons, but don't expect them to slow down. You know, they just reload and keep shooting. That's what Alabama does. You know, they're going to have their hands full today against Michigan, and I'm going to give you that OG lock before the show is over. I'm going to give you that lock on today's game. You know, like I said earlier, Michigan QB Denard Robinson will be chewing up gridiron and give the Crimson Tide a run for their money. Bama has been putting it down from day one. Playmakers all over the field. Losing Trent Richardson, who galloped for 1,583 yards and 20 touchdowns last year, would make some worry. But not the Tide, not Alabama, not the Crimson Tide, not the dirty down there in the dirty South, baby. You got Alabama QB A.J. McCarron. This guy's got weapons. And he's got a new running back named Eddie Lacy. He's also got a star baller wideout Kevin Norwood. You know, the Tide will stay a serious contender for the BCS title. You know, they're still stacked with All-Americans on both sides of the football. Bama had the number 1 defense last year, allowing a mere 8.8 points per game, which was a major key to their success. And when we come back, we're going to continue the OG rankings, baby, because that's what we do. We spit that sports fire. That's what we do. And we will be back. The number to call in today is 1-800-336-2225. Give us a call, baby. We will be back. Got to pay some bills.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 120,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, Cover America Auto Care has announced revolutionary, inexpensive mechanical